farmers, welcome back to Hinterland. Getting ready to do a bunch of work. It's probably going to be a little bit more hectic than usual. We're going to have workers galore. Galore. Maybe 3 or 4? Possibly just 3. Yeah, I'm thinking just 3. Well, maybe 4. I don't know. We'll see. I've got almost everything in place that needs to be there, so we can just get started. I'll probably start off with some workers where I can just set them off and don't have to worry about them until their jobs are done. In between episodes, I did take care of the cotton that was in the back of the trailer that wouldn't unload. So I just emptied out the cotton that was in the trailer and added that amount into the spinnery. So that is being produced. Slurry manure had been brought over to the BGA. So the money should go up every hour for a while. A load of wood has been brought on down to the sawmill, so that can, of course, produce everything that it needs to. Boy, I did not park everything here as well as I thought I did. Well, it's parked where I wanted to, but I did not leave myself enough room to get the header around. Little crop destruction there, but that's sugar beet, so yeah, it's all fine. It's all good. We'll park this right here. Let's jump into combine. Fire that up. Let's unfold that. Connect to that. All right, we'll move the JCB. We'll park the header trailer, if you want to call it a trailer. Right now, this is like a little bit of a dolly. Park that there. And I'll be using the JCB in just a moment. Let's see here. Now, the only thing I should do... Yeah, I need to put down the back end of the trailer. I'll put down over here. This should be out of the way. And let's see, it should be that one. There we go. It's dropped off. All right, well, since we're in the combine first, so this wasn't the one I was going to start off with working, but we're here. Let's go in and get ourselves a worker. Create job. Let's see, field position is here. Target position. And we'll go like that. Open up course. Number of headlands, I think 2 should be fine. And apparently 50-foot header is 15.4 meters. Overlap 7%. Should be fine. I'm just a little bit nervous about it because there are still some logs here. I picked some up. But I think it's going to be fine. Generate field course work. Alright. Let's go ahead and... Oh, that's right. Nice if I unfold that first. Unless I'm looking to the side. Didn't unfold. Now it's unfolded. Now we can get to work. So being soybeans, it's going to take a while for the combine to fill up, but hopefully it's still at a good rate. Wait, on this map, can I do? No. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't, depending on the map and what you're running. But no straw for soybean. Alright, and now you are off on a worker, so we're all set there. Let's see here. Next thing we should do is let's jump on down here to the 8530. And we got the seed drill on here. And you are going to be planting grass for us. I filled it up with fertilizer and seed. Alright, and now we're going to do the same thing here. Create a job. So for those of you who've been saying, why not follow me, you got all these tractors, why not use them? Today we are, because we got so much work to do. So much work needs to be done, because winter is coming. Let's do this. Yeah, we'll do 3 headlands, that's fine. Generate course. Lower that down. I almost wanted to plant meadow grass over here, but I just prefer it without all the flowers and all the weeds into it, just because we do feed this to our animals. Probably should be keeping track who's doing what here. That looks like Frank Jr. Let's see, over here. Oops, I gotta be on that marker. Harvesting is The cousin to Frank Jr. Um, Francis? I don't know. I have no idea. I'm running out of names here. All right, now the next job we should do. No, I'm going to do that job over there. I need to plow the cotton field. It doesn't need to be plowed, as we talked about before, but farmers have said yes, they either cultivate or plow in the stalks, just because it could be a little bit too much for planting for the next season. All right, this is the one that's probably going to fill up really, really fast. And this is, of course, sugar beet. So let's go ahead and create ourselves another job here. Create job. Not go to. Not field work. Where's... There we go. Course play. We want this field here. There we go. Headlands. I'll just say 2. That way it's got some room to turn around. This one here will fill up really quick, being sugar beet, although it is 200,000 liters that it can hold. All right, now you should be all set. Are you staying on the first headland? Yep, we're okay there. That looks like Frank himself. So, yeah, we got 3 workers on the go. I need to jump back into the JCB. And I'll try to keep track, whoops, when our workers get full. The truck is over here, so obviously once I get one crop into it, yeah, I'll either have to go back to the farm to drop that off and come back and empty out the other combine. But we'll just, like I said, it's going to be kind of hectic, so we'll get to what we can get to. I'm going to go ahead and start picking up the hay bales in this grass field and put those away. Should be kind of a simple, easy, quick job. Oh yeah, also I'm driving over, you may notice in the upper right hand corner, I have added, because someone always wanted to know what year we're in and all that, and I can't remember either. I think that's called advanced game information up there, but it shows the month and the year that we're in. It shows the current temperature and the high and low for the day. And I don't know what else it actually does, but yeah, I know that was on the mod hub, so I'll install it because it would be nice to know what year we're in, because I can't remember all the time either. All right, let's go ahead and turn on the autoloader and start picking up some hay bales. 21 bales at a time we can collect. Yeah, I was also told next time I go to make silage bales, instead of making it into conditioned grass, what we should ted it to... Ooh, it's been a couple days since I read the comment. I think they said semi-dry grass, possibly. That's probably wrong. But basically what they're saying is if I turn the grass over to the condition they said to, we make the bales bigger, which will reduce the amount of bales and probably make it just a little bit easier to make TMR in the future. So we might be doing that in November. This grass should be ready to be cut in November. It won't be at its full height, but maybe get another cut into it and make a whole bunch of silage bales. Speaking of bales, I got to remember, I got 2 more bales to pick up here by the shed. So let's go grab those. Don't want to forget these. All right, turn off the autoloader. All right, we're all set for a second or two. Oh, yeah, and someone also asked, actually I've been asked a couple times, where to get the house that we're in. That is made by Elk Mountain Modding. That is on, well, it's not a direct link to the house, but it's on Elk Mountain Modding's Facebook page. And that link, the Facebook page should be at the bottom of the list. So you have to go to their Facebook page and get it from there. It actually could be on the mod hub. I know they've been releasing some of his mods or their mods on the mod hub. I don't know if that house is actually on the list, but that's where I got it from, was their Facebook page when they released it. They actually got a few houses you can choose from. Did I turn on the autoloader? Yes, I did. Okay, all set. Let's get this field cleaned up. I can't remember. Did I put fertilizer down in this? I'm going to guess. I guess I didn't, looking at it. Which makes sense because the hay bales are still here. So that's going to be a job I need to get done as well this month. Yeah, I already missed because it looks like my sugar beet harvester is stationary. So I need to go take care of them in just a moment. And that will definitely fill up our trailer. All the sugar beet and soybeans we're harvesting will go into the silo and we'll take care of it later. And let me guess. Also, I can't remember, was it Francis? Frank Jr.'s friend. Yeah, I think he might be done as well, or full. So we'll get all the bales off this field completed, right? I currently don't see any more. So probably, well, that sugar beet harvester is going to fill it fast and fast. It's going to be hard for me to get work done separately as I got to keep unloading them, but we'll get some of it done. Yeah, they're both waiting for me. All right, we'll leave the engine running in the JCB. Oh, they're both not really right next to me. But I think I'll do the sugar beet harvester, only because that will unload quicker and that is closer to the silo. Probably shouldn't be driving in the field itself because I'm kind of compacting the soil that way. Now the good thing, like I said before, about having a wide header on here, you kind of drive right through it. There's no collision on the header. Oh, you're going to keep on driving though once you start unloading, aren't you? I think he's going to start taking off, or you're going to sit there. Oh good, you are going to wait. I do have that setting on. Alright, so now you are somewhat free to go. $120,000 liters of sugar beet on the way to the silo. Try to get as much work as we can get done here in the next hour or so. But getting all the harvest done is key, because that will leave November open for us to clean up any field work that needs to be done. And fingers crossed, get to some landscaping duties that I wanted to do in September, but just never had time to get around to because we're just so darn busy. Yeah, I thought it was going to take a little bit longer than that to fill up the sugar beet harvester. But the more we get, the better. And we got to plow this field. Not that it needs it, but just to get the cotton stalks down. Oh, and we did get all the soil samples done for the grass field and all those fields on this side of the river. So those are all reset. We can see that the grass is being planted over there, so that should germinate and actually start to grow in November, and that won't be cut until next season. Shouldn't take them too long to get that done. Yeah, so right now the only tractor we're really not using is the Voltra. And honestly, the Voltra probably is just best for moving some bales around, but ever since I got that, it doesn't move, I shouldn't say bales, move a bale around. Has a hard time picking up more than one, unless it's a straw bale. Then it can handle it. Let's go empty out the Ideal Combine so that I can get up and running again. Now the thing is, when I took the sugar beet out of the sugar beet harvester, I don't want to say I only took 120,000 liters because that is a good load. but that still left it probably 40% full. And yeah, that's calling it Chris. Chris over there apparently is full. But this gentleman over here has been waiting a little bit longer. I actually probably could have used our other trailer. We do have another trailer. It's a smaller one. And I could have actually put 2 combine loads into that one. But I don't actually have any more tractors to move the trailers around. You are gonna, okay, but you're gonna drive, which is interesting. Why didn't the sugar beet harvester then take off? Can I get into the way of the combine here? Usually it says I'm in the way, but not today. No, don't put your pipe. Hiring workers, new workers around the farm, not always the best. So I'm going to let the sugar beet harvester just sit over there for a minute. I'm going to wait for this combine to get full again. And then I'll go to the silo, drop it off, then empty out the sugar beet harvester. I'll pay them for sitting there. Alright, that is actually empty. Now someone might say this would be a good opportunity to get a trailer that can hold 2 different crop types, but the problem is we got so much sugar beet in that harvester that I need all that space. Now let's go bring these hay bales back in. Get those. I was actually hoping to get some lime spreading done in the field over here by the house. It's a small little field, so it'll probably take us like 4 passes. Just a lot of small jobs I just want to get out of the way. And this is why when someone or a few people have mentioned buy the entire map and then farm the entire map to make the money. It's not that, but it's going to be a lot of work to do so. But if I had more tractors and more equipment we possibly could, it would just be a mess when you do that. Alright, well luckily this is an autoloader. I don't want the silage bale though. Thank you. It's kind of weird that those fell off, but I didn't deactivate the autoloader yet. But apparently, well, maybe was it because I got out of the tractor? Nah, I should have stayed. Should have stayed on. I would have thought. Come into here. Turn off the auto. Okay, there we go. All set. All right, let's go get some more hay bales.
Now that I'm looking back, I can see all the signs I tried to fill in the cracks that were spread in my mind, but I was all out of hope, lost in an endless maze. The emptiness had unfolded just like a void, but you broke the coldness somehow.
well, as you saw in that time lapse, we've been taking care of the hay bales, trying to keep up with the sugar beet harvester. And I'm not sure, but maybe we're done with the soybeans. They are blink. The worker is actually still in there, so I need to go unload that, or at least stop them from working. Are you done? Yeah, you're done. You're not full, but you're still technically working. Let's go ahead and dismiss you. So you're not on the clock. We'll grab the little piece that's here. It's right in front of us. Oh, the ideal does not, or the Fent, I should say. Well, it still says ideal on it, doesn't it? Doesn't like going uphill with that much wheat, soybean in the back. So that's one worker that's now done. Did a pretty good job, actually. If you look at the corners, there isn't much at the corners here. Not even 10 liters worth. So I think we're going to call it good in this field here. Let's see how we doing. pH value is pretty good. Nitrogen value is going to be, it's going to show good because it was soybeans. Soybeans really don't need any nitrogen. We'll bring this up here and get set to be unloaded. We may also be done with the planting of the grass field on the other side. We'll see if they're still going. Now let's go ahead and put that right here with the engine off. How we doing over here? Alright, so the worker is dismissed. I'll have to get the few spots on the corners there. Alright, so we're down to just one worker, which is the sugar beet harvesting. And they are waiting for me. We also passed an hour, so we're up to almost $100,000 again, which is nice. We paid off a whole bunch last episode, didn't we? On the loan payment. I think it was $550,000 we paid off. I don't know if I'm going to pay any more off at the end of this month. We'll have to see what the money situation looks like. Because part of me almost wants to get another tractor for the farm, but then again, I mean, it's like this month right here would be good to have another tractor, but is it really a necessity right now? But really what I could have done, and I don't know if the Vulture would have been able to handle it. I could have brought the Vulture over with our other trailer and took care of the soybeans in that field, but it worked out rather well, honestly. It's just a matter of keeping up with this one right here. By the time I take this 120,000 liters on down and put it into the silo and come back, they're just about full. Because they still have about 80,000 liters in the combine right now. All the hay bales are picked up. I just got to bring that last trailer load on down to the bale shed and throw it on in there. But as for the field work, we are just, what we really need to get done this month, we are just about done with it. The sugar beet harvesting is the last thing we definitely need to get done. And of course the grass field, which is planted, I just got to touch up the corners. I wanted to get that done this month, and that has been 85% achieved at this point. As for the other fields, we can kind of tidy up as we go along. And we're getting close to another top of the hour, so I think we're bringing like $17,000 to $20,000 from the BGA. As long as it's processing both slurry and manure, I think we're bringing in that much money. And next month should be a little bit better because, yeah, we woke up this month of October and we had 20 newborn calves running around the cow barn. So that just means more slurry manure that we can sell every month. And all this sugar beet will be processed probably in the sugar plant. We could bring some over if we start to get a lot more than what we need. We could bring some over to the BGA and process it into electricity. I think the silo holds 15 million liters of material, so I'm not going to have to worry about that getting full anytime soon. Although I do think I got a whole bunch of wheat, oats, and barley still in here. I may have brought the oats over. No, I have not brought the oats over yet. I should actually check on the flavored bottling milk company to see if we're getting a lot of sugar over there now. Because that's what's been holding up the flavored bottling milk company is we got the strawberries, we got the chocolate. We're really just waiting on getting the sugar over there. Well, the combine's going in the right direction for me to unload it. Let's see if I can get over there in time. If I can get it at the end of the row, that'd be even better. And well, they're out of full grain tank. That's what I'm saying. I can't even go to the silo to unload and come back, and they're full. All right, I think we can get the rest of the field in the trailer. So I'm going to leave this truck off right here and let them do their job. They should get the rest of it in there. Yeah, and as for this auto-loading baling trailer, if you get too far away from it, it does turn off the auto-loader because it happened to be in the time-lapse. But not that big of a deal. The best thing to do if you got this auto-loader system right here, because I could reactivate it, but every time I picked up a bale, it would turn it back off. Best thing to do is to unload the trailer completely and then reactivate the auto-loader, and then it'll automatically stay on all the time until you unload again. Then you have to turn it back on like always. Alright, this should be a good number of hay bales to get us through until next year. Because the sheep and the cows both require hay bales. Hay bales for the TMR, and of course we only give hay to the sheep in the wintertime when I can't give them conditioned grass. I'm going to drop that trailer off right there, but we have 150 hay bales, so that should be good enough. Now let me turn around here if I can. And while we're waiting for the sugar beet harvester to finish on up, we are going to grab the lime spreader and quickly get done this field right here. Now let me just sneak up between these greenhouses. Can't remember if I topped this off or I didn't. No, I didn't. I probably just assumed it's going to have enough in here to get this field done. Yeah, some parts of this field are reading okay, and other parts were reading bad, so that was kind of interesting. It looks like our sugar beet harvester did finish the field, no problem. I don't know if they did. No, they're still technically sitting in the combine, so I probably should go up and take care of that. But I can wait a few minutes. We'll lose a couple dollars here and there while they're sitting there. But this is not going to take me long to get this job done. And we're already in the JCB. Let's stay here. Finish up this job. And hopefully I don't go through all the lime here. I don't want to have to put more lime in here and keep it there throughout the winter. And like always, we're going to wait until next spring before we figure out the crop rotation. And when I do crop silage next year, I will try to remember to do it before the crop turns to be ready to be... You basically should harvest it for crop silage in the last growth stage so you get the most out of your crop that there is. Looks like our coffee beans are piling up again. And this field here is all set for next season. All right, let's jump up to the sugar beet harvest. No, that's the truck. Sugar beet harvester. Yeah, you are dismissed. But thank you very much for the awesome job that you did. I think they missed a small little spot down here. But everything else they did get. So this field will need to be plowed. Yeah, it's about 17, 18 grand that we got that hour. Pull that on up. We'll put the auger on out. I'll come back and get that later. But right now, let's jump on over to the 8530. And we got to tidy up this grass field. I don't want to forget this. So I still haven't had a chance to look at the Porsche DLC that's coming out later this month. So I'll have to see if this drill is in the list. And I hope it is for you guys, because a lot of you wanted the horse set, which I think you can still get this mod on third-party websites if you wanted to. As I said many times, the original link that I got it from, that website does no longer exist. I don't know why, but it's no longer there. And I contacted the mod author, never got a return, so I don't know where they've re-uploaded it to, if at all. But these stones that you see is where the road used to be. Alright, we'll make sure we get all the corners. So a lovely new grass field. We haven't put lime in it yet, so that's about the only thing I still need to do. So maybe I'll top off the lime spreader and we'll set off a worker over here. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to refill that a couple times maybe. I'm guessing it's going to take a good amount of lime. But hopefully the score in this field is going up because now it's been direct drilled. It was at a 44. Did you miss anything down here in this corner? Survey says yes, you did. All right, if we quickly look at this map here, we should be able to see. Oh, because I don't have grass on. There we go. I was like, why doesn't it show that it's growing? It's growing. It's all good. It's all there. All set. Actually, there might be some sugar beet up here in this corner of the sugar beet field, so I probably should have a look at that as well. Let me go ahead and fold up the drill here and get that set ready to go back to the farm. Got a little bit of cleaning up to do after this episode, it looks like. But it shouldn't take me too long because we got a lot of work done here today. Last thing I want to do is we're going to jump into the case. And this is why I didn't really set this one off on a worker, just because it would have been just too complicated for the worker to do. And it probably would have missed a lot of spots. It's not going to take me that long to get it done. Only a few minutes or so. Yeah, I'm glad we don't have the stones turned on, because although I didn't mind it when FS22 first came out, it was kind of interesting and fun. Kind of wore down on me quite a bit. I think I went longer than most did with the stones. But everything else is turned on. Lime, weeds. And now with the See and Spot spraying with precision farming, yeah, the weeds are much easier to take care of, only because you don't have to spend that much on herbicide to take care of them. Now, as I said before, with the cotton stalks, we really didn't have to plow it at all. I could have come in with the John Deere 8530 and the seed planter that we got, and I could have planted a crop right in it as I'm going through it as it is now. But we're going for a little bit more realism here, as most farmers have said. Yeah, with cotton stalks, either cultivate it in or plow it on in, knock them on down. The field does not need to be plowed if you go by the stats page. Sugar beet field, that needs to be plowed. But as you can see with the plow that we got, it's not going to take too long to get that field done either. Just makes it easier to spin around by picking up the implement. Yeah, after doing the double harvest over there with the sugar beet harvester and the soybeans, I think we could have got all the soybeans in that small trailer, and I think the Vulture would have been able to move the trailer around. And honestly, I think it would have been able to bring it on back to the farm as well and empty out into the silo. It may have gotten pushed around a bit if I were to take corners sharply or, hit the brakes too hard. But I think the Vulture would have got the job done. But just keeping up with the sugar beet harvest alone, that was a handful. Yeah, so I'm actually thinking that we may pay the way the money is. I do still want to keep some money for November, because I want to lease the excavator with the tree planter so I can plant down some trees around the farm and around some of the fields like we did wasn't last year, maybe the year before. I want to put some trees in the chicken coop. I want to put some trees on the fields to the left of us. That's on the other side of the river. Not in the middle of the field, but like on the upper edges of the field. Just to break it up a little bit from having all this openness over there. And also going around the production buildings, putting up some trees. We got a whole bunch of oak trees, but we'll buy another pallet of either maple or birch trees, and we'll go ahead and plant them around. I really haven't been up on the hill either to check on our stone pine trees. So once we get this done, maybe we'll just run up there quickly to see if they're grown yet. Although it's not like I'm in desperate need of any wood. I still got a whole bunch of... I probably got a couple more loads of wood laying on the ground up there to pick up before I would start cutting down those stone pine trees. But it has been a very good hour here in Hinterland. We got a lot of work done thanks to all of our helpers doing what they did. But even the jobs they did, it didn't take them that long to get it done. Get this all folded on up. We're going to bring this with us because, like I said, the sugar beet field needs to be cut. Not cut, but plowed. I'm thinking trees, because I don't want to forget going up and looking at the trees. So I was thinking cutting trees. Yeah, we don't need to cut the sugar beet field. We need to plow it, but eventually we're going to be cutting those stone pine trees down. And even though they don't grow as tall as the spruce trees, they do produce more liters of wood per tree. Thanks to a little bit of research I did when I was on Solyndra. So yeah, in between episodes I'll be taking all the crop that's in the combines, putting that into the silo, bringing all those machines back, putting some stuff away. Weeds are growing, needs plowing, needs rolling. Well, we don't do rolling. Not too worried about the weeds. Yeah, I'm trying to get a good idea. I think the stone pines are still not at full height. It's a longer run than I thought it was going to be. So let's come over to here. Oh, actually, maybe they are. Nope, they're not. They're still a ways off. They're only at 13.5 meters tall, so they're not fully grown yet. But luckily, like I said, we still got plenty of logs laying around here. Actually, it might be more than 3 loads of logs up here. Got a whole bunch. Along with down here on the side. But I think by the time the sawmill goes through these logs, fingers crossed that the stone pine trees are at full height. Although I still got plenty amount of good spruce trees on the other side of those stone pines I can cut down as well. But I think we're all set there. And yeah, we also got that knoll over there with a whole bunch of spruce trees that we own. So we can always cut those on down. But anyways, that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in Hinterland. But until then, have a good one.